Tonight I am going to explain regarding support and contributing factors for a meditator. These support and contributing factors are important and necessary to have developed on the spiritual path. Buddha's teachings are based on practicality, applicability, not based on mere faith. To benefit, you need to follow. If you follow correctly and methodically, you will get the benefits. Just a few minutes ago, you have chanted Sakkado Bhagavata Dhammo Sandetiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opanehiko, etc. These are 6 unique attributes of the Buddha and his teaching, especially Buddha's teaching. All these 6 attributes. The first attribute is Sakkado, well taught, based on logic and practicality, not based on any imaginary, theoretical, fictitious ideas. It is based on universal truth. Another attribute you just chant is Sandetiko, can be witnessed by oneself practically. This word Sandetika is very simple. San means oneself, Detika, to be witnessed. The benefit of the action, the benefit of your Buddha's teachings can be witnessed. This is more true when practicing mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is systematic management and training of the mind, only found in Buddha's teaching. It is for everyone who is keenly interested to develop their mind, to train their mind, to cultivate their mind. There is no precondition requirements for a person who wants to practice meditation. The only thing he needs is just a desire to train the mind, to maintain mental peace, achieve mental peace, and develop it. It's like the food and the medicine. Buddha's teachings are similar to food and medicine. In order to eat the food, you don't need to have faith in the food. Food itself will provide once you eat it, once it is inside your body. It will give necessary nutrients. Medicine also the same thing. If you take medicine, power of medicine will benefit you in the same way. Mind and body are universal. Every living being has the mind and body. Through the mind, they enjoy their life. Through the mind, they suffer. They are happy, they are unhappy. So the mind is all important for every living being. Most people, they only care about physical body. Every morning they wake up, they wash their face, brush their teeth, clean themselves up and dress up and eat necessary food. But bodily care is bodily care. They don't know about mental care, mental management for mental well-being. The mind also needs to take proper care by not neglecting its health, its well-being. Meditation is very helpful to develop mental well-being and mental calm. Most people nowadays have a lot of mental issues, mental health issues, because their mind is always bombarded with everyday distraction. Nowadays, much more worse because of the electronic gadgets. Their mind is always hooked up to the small screen of the smartphones, iPads, and computers. The mind got more restless, more distracted by various things. If we don't care our mind to give rest, to relax, to train it to be peaceful and calm, in long-term situation, the mind becomes more restless, more easily irritated. And some people even suffer sleep problem, attention problem, mental focus problem, emotional problems. They have the very weak emotional states. Their mind becomes unstable. These are consequences of long-term neglect of the mind. Mental health and mental care is one important thing people ignore. Meditation is one important mental health benefiter. If one regularly practice, the mind becomes more clear, more stable, more strong. This way it can benefit meditator in many ways. The main purpose of Buddha's teaching is to help deal with the everyday suffering and everyday problem. Because suffering is a universal issue faced by every living being. Meditation is a spiritual tool which one can effectively use it in everyday life. Coming and doing retreat for a certain amount of time is only training. The experience, such as the way how to observe mental and physical phenomena, how to develop mindfulness skill, how to apply mindfulness skill in every situation. These are very important. Once you are back home in your daily life, living among everyday distraction and everyday chaos, You can maintain some degree of peace and calm by applying mindfulness key. To get more practical benefits and supportive causes, one need to prepare oneself first, morally. This process is called Sila Samvara. A person on spiritual path needs to have moral virtues. Even though he may not be able to maintain strict moral standard, it is much better to have moral discipline and moral virtue. What kind of moral virtues a person who wants to be happy need to maintain? At least 5 moral precepts. Either you are having a family, single, or not. You need moral standards, basic moral standard, a minimum of 5 precepts, such as respecting life and not destroying life, respecting others' possessions and not stealing, respecting others' life and family life and others' marriage and not committing adultery, maintaining trustworthiness and not telling lies, and avoiding intoxicants such as alcohol and drugs or substances that can cause intoxication. These are basically necessary. Why? If a person commits one of these 5 precepts, mental states not good. The mind will be unhappy and will have guilty thoughts because he had caused some grave harm and unhappiness to someone. This way, the mind will not get peace. Also, bodily action, immoral bodily action, and bhava action bring a lot of negative consequences among family members, among friends. This can lead to many bad scenarios. If a person can maintain such a basic minimum of 5 precepts, it is good for him to keep the mind calm and peaceful, to keep the mind free of any guilt, any remorse, to avoid any liability and legal issues that arise committing such bad things. In Buddhist texts, practice of morality, such as 5 precepts, 8 precepts, is emphasized because they are restraining too for bodily action and bhava action. For example, 8 precepts. They are good restraints which prevents any wrong bodily action and bhava action. Restraining of bodily action and bhava action, especially immoral, bad verbal action and bodily actions can be done by observing moral precepts. Moral precepts are basic foundation for development of mental purity, mental joy, mental calm. That's why it is necessary to cultivate moral virtues, to observe moral precepts so that a person's bodily action and verbal actions are free of any bad condition. This way it helps the mind to be calm and to be peaceful, to be free of any guilt and any remorse. This way it helps to develop mental calm and concentration when one practices meditation. So this is the first necessity. Some people may underestimate and discount the importance of the moral virtues. Moral virtue is the basic necessity on the spiritual path. To have a clear conscience, a pure mental state, free of any remorse or any kind of compunction. One needs to have a clean lifestyle, clean acts, bodily acts, verbal acts. In Buddha's teaching, Buddha mentioned about three kinds of training. The first training is called the moral training. One should try to live a moral life and develop moral virtues. This can be done by taking any moral precepts one can maintain and keep. For example, every day in daily life as a layman who has to get work, who has to struggle to take care of family and oneself. 5 precepts are basic necessity. On certain specific days of the Uposatha fasting day, one can practice 8 precepts or 9 precepts. You may remember what you used to say, Idame Silam Nibbanasa Pachayo Hotu. This is the aspiration. To translate this word, may this precept serve as a contributing cause for attainment of peace, supreme peace, for development of concentration, for development of special wisdom in the course of meditation practice. With a strong and unbroken moral virtue, the mind is got easily concentrated. It can attain easy mental calm easily. So this is how Sila, moral training, helps develop more progress. So this is called the first moral training. The second training is called the Samadhi Sikha. Sometimes this is referred to as Adhicitta Sikha. Adi means special. Chaita means consciousness or mind. Sikha means training. Training to develop special consciousness. Sometimes it is called the Samadhi Sikha, training for development of concentration. In Buddhist texts, practice of mindfulness meditation is called the Adhicitta Sikha, training for developing of special mind, special consciousness. Why it is called special consciousness? Everyday mind is full of disorderly nature, very chaotic and random, restless, and contaminated with the various kind of negative mental states. Sometimes it may have the positive mental condition, positive mental states. Because the mind is always fluid and changeable, very volatile. Based on the environment one had lived through, the mind also subject to change. When it is a confusing situation or a situation which can cause anger rise, confusion rise, so it always changeable. With the meditation, through meditation, one learn how to keep the mind less and less agitated, and less impacted by external conditions. One start training one's mind to remain composed, to remain stable in the face of outside distraction and disturbances. If a meditator is a really committed meditator with a serious interest, he can progress much further. But meditation is not for lukewarm-hearted people. Those who are interested with the lukewarm interest, half-hearted interest, cannot make real progress. They may be able to achieve certain degree of peace, but not real higher substantial progress. So this meditation, mindfulness meditation, is Adhicitta Sikha, training for development of special mind. As I mentioned you today afternoon, the meditation is like a spiritual tool that can provide you necessary training to have the strong mental immunity and mental stamina against ups and downs and goods and bads of life. If we sincerely follow spiritual path called the mindfulness meditation, we can benefit a lot in many ways. The third training is called the Pinya Sikha. Pinya means wisdom, Sikha means training. Training for development of wisdom. This wisdom is not ordinary wisdom. It is extraordinary, special wisdom that can liberate the mind and the intellect. With special wisdom developed through mindfulness meditation, one can disentangle oneself. One can extricate oneself from endless suffering. I have already explained about how we are entangled in our daily life. In our mind, we always hold on to me and my, he and she, etc. We see every experience in terms of owner, in terms of someone who suffers, someone who angry, who's sad. In the real meditation, when we develop the true mindfulness skill, we no longer see anything in terms of owner. Instead, we see just only phenomena arising and passing, functioning on its own accord. Even anger is seen like a impersonal mental state, negative mental state that arise in the spiritual flow. If we keep that anger, identifying that anger as our own, belonging to me, then we got more angry, more angry. Through mindfulness experience and mindfulness key, you can see anger as a negative mental state which come up due to some negative condition. You see it as anger, a passing mental state which is unstable, which lasts for a certain amount of time, few seconds. You just see it and you just note it and let go. This is how you disentangle yourself from the endless reaction, endless negative reaction, and endless mental suffering. It's very wonderful wisdom. If you have this wisdom developed, you will be a happy and peaceful monk all your life. Because you start seeing things as impermanent phenomena, always in a state of flux, like the air you breathe in. The air you breathe in is very important because it provides you with the necessary oxygen to sustain life, to continue and to prolong life. But you are not attached to it. You just breathe in, you just breathe out. You don't hold on to it. Same thing can be applied to our consciousness. And all experience also, feelings, sensations, various mental states. This is how very wonderful mindfulness skill can be developed through long-term training. So to recap what I have said regarding 3 training. The first training is Sila Dikha, moral training for development of moral virtue. The second training is called the Samadhi Sikha. It's mental training in more simple language. The third training is called Panya Sikha, wisdom training, training for development of unique and special wisdom. These trainings are very important in Buddha's teaching. If you want to follow Buddha's teaching, you have to undergo these 3 kinds of trainings. This way it can benefit you practically in your daily life. Now let me pick up where I have started regarding the 4 contributing factors for the progress of meditator. The first is Sila Samvara. I already explained. Restraint, moral restraint, having moral restraint. This is the moral training actually. Now let me talk about the second contributing factor for the progress of meditator. This is called Indriya Samvara. Indriya means faculties. Samvara means restraint. Restraint of faculties. What are those faculties? In Mahasatipatthana Sutta discourse, I mentioned about the points, 6 internal base and 6 external base, where the consciousness is become more active and function in daily life. Now, Indriya, the faculties are nothing more than 6 bases, 6 internal bases. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body, the whole body where it is sensitive to touch and sensation. And the mind itself, altogether 6. These are explained in previous days as 6 internal bases. These 6 internal bases serve as an entry point of various objects and stimulations, bombardment, external bombardments. Through the eye, the sight, when the eye comes in contact with the sight, our mental, our reaction, mental awareness come up, and leading to either positive or negative mental states. In the same way, the sound, when it comes in contact with the ear, we have the reaction in the form of the hearing consciousness and subsequent mental states. When the smell comes in contact with the nose, same mental function arises, leading to more positive and negative mental states. And the tongue, when the tongue comes in contact with the food, physical food, we start experiencing the taste, and that taste sensing consciousness arises, and leading to more positive and negative mental response, mental reaction. Through the body, we experience various kind of sensations, leading to series of positive or negative mental states. Through the mind, we have the various kind of things regarding the past, regarding the present, or regarding future. We have a lot of mental activities. So altogether, the mind functions based on these entry points and these bases. So faculties are altogether 6. Indriya means faculty. Samvara means restraint. Restraint means not shutting down, not complete shutting down, but using mindfulness as a tool. I have already explained how to do that. So Indriya Samvara plays a very important role in keeping the mind calm and stable and composed. If a person always let loose his mind, whenever he sees something, he just look. Whenever he hears something, he always pay attention. Whenever he smells something, he always react. And if he keep on loosening all the 6 faculties, a restless mind results, leading to more restlessness, more mental reactions, more mental turmoil and mental commotion. The purpose of meditation is to keep the mind calm and composed. In order to have this condition, one need to have mindfulness observation in every sight seen, in every sound heard, in every smell that comes through the nose, And every day that one tastes, and every sensation that one experiences, and every mental object that one's mind may take. This mindfulness observation is very important. This way one can apply this Indriya Samvara, restraint of the faculties. This way it can help progress in meditator in his spiritual path. So tomorrow morning let's continue this topic. May you be able to apply Buddha's teachings in your meditation practice in your daily life. May you progress in your spiritual path.